I mean, they've put like, whatever, 500 or 600 January 6 protesters in prison, and not one person on the Epstein client list.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
You know.
Is he been formally charged, or does he just know that the shit is out there?
I think there's just so much shit out there.
Bro, I think those rappers did some wild shit.
Or maybe it's somewhere north of 100 is what it seems like.
Yes. I bet you know 80 of them.
I probably know most of them, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, just by virtue of your job and what you've been doing for the last 30 years, I mean,
yeah.
And I should say, I think you voted for Biden.
I'd like to see a matchup of those, we call it the top 100 puppet masters in the FD.
Musk has never shied away from stirring the pot, but this time he's dropped a bombshell. His now infamous tweet suggested that between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, there are likely thousands of hours of, let's say, interesting footage. The tweet went viral in an instant, sending speculation into overdrive. With the 4th of July sparking fireworks, many are left wondering, what does Musk know? And more importantly, what kind of explosive secrets could these videos hold about some very high-profile figures? Could the identities of the 13 elites Musk alluded to be as shocking as he's implying? But Musk isn't just pulling this out of thin air. Diddy, who's been caught up in a whirlwind of legal troubles lately, allegedly invested in Musk's Twitter acquisition. With Diddy at the heart of some serious controversies and linked to Musk's high-profile deal, people have naturally started connecting the dots. If Musk and Diddy were close, how much does Musk really know about his friend's activities? And why does it seem like Musk might be ready to throw his old pal under the bus? The plot thick.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates. It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Is this, do you know what I mean? I mean, it's easier to live in a society where you don't really know what the people in charge are doing or why they're doing it.
Elon Musk has always positioned himself as a man with his finger on the pulse of the world's most powerful and, let's be honest, the world's most questionable figures. But lately, he's taken things to a new level with some cryptic tweets that have set the internet ablaze. His latest claim that there are thousands of hours of potentially compromising footage featuring Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein. Footage that could expose some very unsavory activities from the kinds of people we constantly see in the media. Of course, Musk hasn't provided any proof, but that hasn't stopped the speculation. As usual, he's stirring the pot, and that's exactly what he's good at. Now, as Diddy's legal woes mount, Musk's sweet friendship with him is coming under a microscope. Musk's tweet about the alleged footage was almost like a dare, hinting at deep, dark secrets that could blow the lid off the lives of high-profile celebrities and business moguls. It was the kind of statement that's part whistleblower, part cryptic figure leaning in close, whispering, "I know something, but I can't say it." Some are wondering if this is Musk's way of distancing himself from any potential fallout, especially as the heat intensifies on Diddy. Musk and Diddy's relationship has always been pretty public. Musk has praised Diddy as a good friend, even bragging about their frequent texts. In fact, Diddy even threw over $10 into Musk's Twitter buyout, a move that certainly raised a few eyebrows. But when Diddy's legal troubles started piling up, Musk's tone began to shift. Instead of offering support, Musk's tweets took on a more sarcastic tone, like when he jokingly asked how many people knew about this. It almost felt like he was trying to create some distance between himself and his former friend. It left many wondering, did Musk have any idea about Diddy's alleged misconduct? Or did he just choose to turn a blind eye because, well, business is business? This has sparked an ongoing debate about whether Musk was truly unaware of Diddy's activities or if he's just really good at pretending to be. Right now, he's coming across less like a loyal friend and more like someone who's already plotting his escape. And the public isn't blind to the inconsistency. Musk, who's built a reputation for touting ethics and transparency, is now looking increasingly reluctant to speak out on Diddy's behalf as the spotlight gets brighter. One moment, Musk and Diddy were seen laughing together at a Dave Chappelle show in 2022. The next, Musk's association with Diddy seemed like a liability. At the show, Musk took the stage with Chappelle, only to be met with the chorus of boos. Definitely not the welcome Musk is used to. Chappelle, ever the master of spin, joked that the boos came from Musk's fired Twitter employees in the crowd. But the message was clear. Not everyone was thrilled about Musk's newly acquired billionaire swagger. And pairing up with Diddy, already facing serious allegations, only made the whole situation messier. The public was left wondering what Musk was doing, hanging out with someone whose reputation was in freefall. After all, Musk has made a point of presenting himself as the guy who is changing the game, especially when it comes to Twitter, now X, positioning it as a beacon of ethical transparency. But with his ties to Diddy becoming more apparent, that narrative started to unravel. Musk's recent comments about the alleged footage of Diddy and Epstein might be his way of distancing himself, positioning himself as someone who's not involved in whatever scandals might emerge, but some see it as a calculated move, a way to get ahead of any potential fallout while simultaneously throwing Diddy under the bus. It's a high-stakes game of chess with Musk maneuvering to ensure that he stays clean no matter the cost. Meanwhile, Diddy's web of connections extends far beyond Musk. He's rubbed shoulders with other A-listers like Mark Wahlberg and Jeff Bezos, making investments and business deals in high-profile circles, from investing in Wahlberg's fancy water brand to attending exclusive Bezos-hosted events. Diddy had his fingers in many lucrative pies. He was no longer just a rapper. He was a businessman with the right connections. And those relationships paid off. But now, as Diddy faces a cascade of lawsuits, those same people who were once eager to be seen with him have started to fade into the background. The silence from people like Mark Wahlberg, once friendly with Diddy, has been deafening. The conspiracy theories are running wild online, with people connecting the dots between Diddy's ties to powerful figures like Bezos and Ron Burkle, a billionaire investor who has backed Diddy's clothing line. As the heat builds on Diddy, it's clear that his powerful friends are scrambling to distance themselves. What was once about mutual brand building is now about getting away from the sinking ship as fast as fascinating turn of events. As people who once stood proudly with Diddy are now tiptoeing away, hoping no one notices. But one thing's for sure, as Musk throws shade at his former friend, it's becoming more and more apparent that he's determined to keep his hands clean, no matter who gets thrown under the bus in the process. Musk's reputation is taking a serious hit, and it couldn't be more obvious when you look at how quickly he's backpedaled from his glowing praise of Diddy. Just a short time ago, Musk called Diddy a close friend, a business partner, even one of the investors in his Twitter takeover. But now, it's all about distance. His attempt to play both sides has been painfully transparent. One minute, he's claiming a crowd at Chappelle's show adored him, and the next, he's throwing Diddy under the bus with a sarcastic tweet. The whole thing feels like a carefully calculated move to protect Musk's image as Diddy scandals take center stage. And it's hard to ignore that this whole mess might finally show that Musk isn't as untouchable as he likes to think. The reality of dealing with controversial figures is that when the skeletons start tumbling out of their closets, anyone involved gets caught in the splash zone. And right now, Musk's splash zone is looking pretty muddy. Even Diddy's children, Barron Trump and Chance Combs, are feeling the ripple effects of their father's legal drama. Barron, studying business at NYU Stern, and Chance, pursuing a creative career at NYU's Tisch School, are both having to navigate their educations in the middle of a scandal that has the public spotlight firmly trained on their famous fathers. The timing couldn't be worse. Chance, whose dad had proudly celebrated her NYU acceptance just before everything went south, now finds herself dealing with the fallout from their father's ongoing legal troubles. For Barron, it's no different. His association with Diddy's scandal could follow him for years to come. And then there's Jaden Smith, a viral video of him crying shared by Jaden himself in an attempt to connect with his fans has been widely misinterpreted and linked to Diddy's alleged parties and shady dealings. The internet quickly spiraled into wild speculation, even suggesting that Jaden was pressured by his father, Will Smith, to get involved in some questionable business at Diddy's events. While the video had absolutely nothing to do with that, it hasn't stopped people from creating wild theories. Jaden and his sister Willow Smith have now found themselves dragged into this whole mess, with some suggesting that Will Smith somehow sold his children to Diddy for career gain. This theory, based on nothing but conjecture, shines an uncomfortable light on the sometimes murky world of Hollywood relationships. The connection between Diddy and the Smith family isn't new. They've known each other for years, and now, with fresh allegations and accusations surrounding Diddy, the public is wondering just how deep that relationship really went. Did Will Smith know about the things Diddy was allegedly involved in? And if he did, how much did he care, as long as his own interests, his own career were safe? It's a difficult, uncomfortable question that opens up a Pandora's box of unspoken alliances in the glittering world of celebrity business deals. The Smith-Diddy connection has always been tight, but now with everything in the open, people are asking just how far those ties really stretch. For Diddy, the reckoning is here. His empire, built over decades of musical success and entrepreneurial ventures, is now facing a major crisis. Lawsuits, legal battles, and former business partners pulling away. The Diddy's future, once so secure, is suddenly uncertain. As the web of connections between Musk, Diddy, and other high-profile figures unravels, the world is left